The Cannabis Show is for information only. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
Hart is talking about science. Kait is talking about suppositories, and we explore the strain Rex. All that and more. It's the Cannabis Show.
Hi, I'm Bud High, the cannabis science guy. What is decarboxylation? Well, in layman's terms, decarboxylation is the process of heating up cannabis to activate the THC, CBD, and other cannabinoids within it. Simply put, without heat, these compounds have a tougher time passing through the blood-brain barrier. This is why cannabis is smoked, vaporized, or cooked before it enters the body. The science behind decarboxylation is a chemical reaction where the COOH carboxyl groups of atoms are removed from the cannabis, exiting in the form of H2O and CO2. That's water and carbon dioxide for you lay people. As cannabis and any other plant grows, it goes through a process known as photosynthesis. During this process, CO2 is absorbed, where it is then combined with hydrogen and the plant to create a carboxylic acid. This is known as carboxylation. The main carboxylic acid of interest to us are the THC-A and CBD-A, and these are the precursors to the THC and CBD. When cannabis is in its raw form, it contains THC-A and CBD-A. This is why raw cannabis does not have the same effect as heated or decarboxylated cannabis. When heat is added by smoking, vaporizing, or cooking, the CO2 is removed from that acid, and that turns them into those highly prized cannabinoids like THC and CBD. If you are going to do it at home, generally speaking, you want to decarboxylate your cannabis at around 106 to 120 degrees Celsius for between 30 minutes to an hour. By then, it's ready to use in baked goods or any food product. Decarboxylation. Now you know.
What do we have here? It's a suppository mold. You might recall Chris's conversation with Tommy Chong last year when Tommy talked about using anal suppositories to help treat his prostate cancer. Their use is growing as a delivery method of choice. Suppositories work significantly faster than oil, some say as little as 10 minutes, and last longer in the body than the inhalation route. Medicine is absorbed through the intestinal wall, directly into the bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system and the liver, giving patients more of the medicinal effect with less of the substance. You'll have to make them yourself, though, as they aren't Health Canada regulated yet. Make some cannabis-infused coconut oil, add some beeswax, and pour it into molds. Patients with ailments like colon cancer, IBS, and endometriosis have often looked to suppositories as their ingestion method of choice.
On an earlier episode of the Cannabis Show, I spoke of the sativa strain Rex by MedReleaf, a rich terpene profile bud that was dreamed up by MedReleaf's staff of scientists. As impressed as I was with the effects, looks, and scent of Rex, I wasn't ready to commit to this being one of my standard buds. For whatever reason, I just thought I wasn't getting everything I should be out of this flower. Well, I figured it out, or MedReleaf did. Rex oil. Ingesting Rex oil was a treat from the start. The citrusy taste could almost trick you into taking more, but remember, this is a drug, so you only take what you need. Start low and go slow if you're new to this. Within about 40 minutes, a blissful warming feeling came over me, followed by hours of feeling euphoric and happy. Other patients report feeling similar effects. Rex could be used for stress, pain, and as a mood enhancer. Something to consider if you're struggling with depression or chronic pain. Rex oil by MedReleaf. Oh, so that's what I look like on camera. It's Chris, Hart, Kait, and Basil. I love the Rex oil, and I know you guys have all tried it. What are your thoughts?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I could use that stuff all day.
Yeah.
And you do.
And, and the lower than average THC number, for me, like I could use that all day and not get, too high so it's a great oil.
It has a nice flavor, actually.
Great
really
flavor.
does.
Some of those terpenes.
Yeah, remember it's a narcotic now.
I was a little afraid of it. I thought I'd be wrestling with a dinosaur, but it's actually, if you take a teeny little bit, like I think I took a 0.1, just for the first time, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was
Wrestling
fantastic.
with a dinosaur, are you pardoning the pun on that?
Yeah.
First time I tried it was 0.25, lovely feeling, like very euphoric and stuff. But yeah, like if I'm going to work, 0.1, very, very small.
Yeah.
But I find it much better to use in the oil than the actual cannabis. Because I always felt like when I was vaping the actual cannabis, I just didn't feel like I was getting what I was supposed to out of it. And then the oil, I'm like, oh, there's the effects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
All those terps are pronounced. MedReleaf says they can get up to 95% of the terpenes into the extracted oil product.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And they're the only ones who do that now, right?
Solventless.
Yeah.
And that was like invented by their scientists, right? Like 12 of them. Awesome. Well, anyway, that's it for the Cannabis Show. On behalf of Basil, Kait, Hart, and myself, we'll see you next week.